All right, people, so we're done with our architecture for our little cute house. And as you can see, it looks amazing, right? So we're ready for the real deal. We're ready for MEP. So let's study what's going on with MEP. Where do we want to start? Let's see, drum roll. Plumbing. So plumbing's the winner. What do we have? Regarding plumbing, we have a southwest corner that has a little half bathroom here with a toilet, a vanity lavatory. We have our washer. We're going to have a water heater right here, an instant water heater, tankless. We're going to have our kitchen sink. We also have a dishwasher. We have a refrigerator. And on the east side, we have a full bathroom with a toilet, a bathtub shower, and a wall-mounted sink. All right, so what does that mean from the plumbing standpoint? For that, I'm going to get this full model that I already finished, and I'm going to go to my view templates, and I'm going to temporarily use the 3D plumbing just so that I can isolate the plumbing systems. If you're doing the paid version of this course, you do have access to all these filters from the template. So let's do a quick overview of the plumbing systems. On the southwest side, we do have that toilet. The washer is connected to this washing machine box right here. Then you have your toilet here. You have your vanity sink right here. This is the new water heater. Then on this side, you have the kitchen sink. You're going to have the dishwasher connected to that kitchen sink. Then you have the service box for the refrigerator. You have a little hose bib on the outside of the house. Then on the east side of the house, you have your tub shower. You have another toilet. You have a wall-mounted sink, which is actually a pedestal type of sink, but we're going to model it as a wall-mounted sink. And then you have a couple of hose bibs on the exterior of the wall. Then you have the main isolation valve at the entrance of the house. And then you have the service valve from the city within a valve box. So buckle up because there's a lot to do. So let's take a closer look in real life to the plumbing of that southwest corner of the house. So this is southwest corner. This is the south wall of that storage on the southwest corner of the house. That's your washing machine box with the drain, P-trap. Here's your clean out facing the storage. And then the drain line running horizontally going north. Then this pipe here is the outlet of the toilet running horizontally, venting right at the wall. And then it keeps going north. That's the same line going north. That's your vent right there as a reference. This is the line coming from the washing machine that ties into that main horizontal line. And then now we're facing north. North is here. So this pipe is running north this way. And here's your sanitary waste stack from the lavatory joining that main line. Here we get a little more detail on our washing machine box. You can see your hammer arresters or shock absorbers for cold and hot water. Your cold and hot water line running down under the slab. Once they go under slab, they start going north. They keep running north and then they go up to the water heater. You can see the cold water line going up to the water heater and the hot water line coming down. That's the old water heater with the isolation valves. And the new water heater is in the exact same location. So this is what we're going to focus on now. That's the southwest corner of the house. So let's go back to Revit. And before we begin, I want to let you know that if you're not able to afford one-on-one training, that's not a problem anymore. I am very excited to announce that we're starting our BIMitUp Raw BIM Hood series. What that means is that you're going to be able to join a very select group of people, maximum 20 seats, and we're going to be training live on our Miami cute little house model. We're going to create our plumbing model, our mechanical model, our electrical model. You're going to be able to ask questions live and interact with other people that are very excited to learn Revit just like you are. So if you're interested, scan the QR code you see on the screen right now, and I hope to see you there. So the first thing we're going to do is open our Revit 2026 application by double-clicking on the icon. And we're going to start a new project by clicking under Models, New, and now we're going to select our template. If you're doing the paid version of this course, you can use the plumbing template that is contained in the folder that's going to be shared with you. If not, you can come here to Browse, and at the end, we're going to use the system default template, which has all the disciplines combined, and we're going to have a single model with all our disciplines, plumbing, mechanical, and electrical. But for now, we're going to start with plumbing, so we're going to use the plumbing default, or if you're doing the paid version of this course, I recommend you use the plumbing that is contained in the folder that's being shared with you. For now, let's just open the plumbing default, click Open, and OK. Now you will be linking your architectural model. Again, if you have access to the folder, you will be able to do this. So you can go to Insert, you can go to Link Revit, then you're going to go to your Miami House shared folder, and then under Models, you will find Miami House Arc. You click Open, and that's our link right here. First thing we're going to do is click on our link, and we're going to make sure that we pin it in place so we don't move it accidentally. Then we're going to go to the south elevation, and then you'll notice, let's change the scale a little bit so we can read a little better. Let's change it to, for example, 1 inch equals 1 foot. And then you'll see that the architectural model has a ton of levels here. And we only have these 2 levels that came with the template, level 1 and level 2. And obviously they don't align with the background that we're using because it's a generic template. So in our case, we're not interested in all these levels here. We're only interested probably in the top of foundation level, level 1, which is called main wood floor in the architectural model, and then probably the roof, right? So for the roof, you could probably do AL to align to the roof level, your level, right? And then rename this as roof. That would be an option. But a better option is to bring in the levels from the architectural model. I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to delete this level. That's not something that you typically do. You don't want to delete a level because a level contains all the elements. Okay, so if you have ductwork, piping, sprinklers, mechanical equipment in level 2, if you delete level 2, everything's going to be deleted, including the views that you have in your project browser created out of that level. In this case, we have nothing right now, so I'm just going to hit OK and delete it. You cannot delete the last level in a model. See, if I try to delete, it doesn't allow me to do that. But what I want to show you is how to copy monitor levels from a linked file. Okay, for that, you come here to Collaborate. Under Collaborate, you go to Copy Monitor, and then you select Link. So we're going to hover over our link, and then you'll see that it highlights, and then it gives me a little tooltip with the name of the architectural model. See, Miami House Arc. That's the correct one. So I can click, and now I'm going to copy. Okay. In the past, you used to have this select multiple as a checkbox here in the options bar. Here, you just click here. Okay. Now we're going to copy the roof, and then with my control button selected, I'm going to grab also top of foundation. And then in the past, you used to have under copy monitor a little finish button here that you would have to click prior to this. It seems like now you can just click on finish. You can safely ignore. And then you can see that if I click on this level that I just brought in, now I see this little heart monitor icon here, which means that I'm monitoring the architect's level. So if he or she moves that level 1 foot up, I'll get a notification so that I can adjust accordingly. Similarly, the top of footing is also being monitored. You can see the heart rate monitor icon here. I'm going to take my levels out a little bit, drag them out just so that I can distinguish them from the architect. And then you can see that the main level right here, the one that I had originally, this one is not being monitored because I didn't copy it. I already had it in my template. And that's why Revit keeps this live so that I can just click here on monitor, and I can monitor my level 1 from the architect's level 1. And now if I click on that level, I have my heart rate monitor here. So let me bring this back in a little bit, maybe a little bit more. And I'm going to drag this guys out. And then 3D levels locked together. So this is looking really good. I think we have all the levels that we need. So I'm just going to finish, and I'm going to end this video here, and then we'll jump to the next video. Let's make sure we save our model before we go out. I'm going to name it plumbing. And if you sign up for the paid course, you get access to the architectural model so you can link it in. And you also get a nice template that's going to have all these view templates for mechanical. You also have plumbing. You can also get a little bit more granular with plumbing and have only plumbing drainage and plumbing supply. In addition, the template will include some nice families. So for example, for mechanical, you'll have access to the air terminals. You'll also find under mechanical equipment, the air handler, the condensing unit. You'll also find for plumbing, this nice tankless water heater that transfer fixture units through. You'll also have some pipe accessories, including this nice Studer vent right here, the air admittance valve. You get your shock absorbers, you get your isolation valve. You also get all these pipe fittings and the pipe types, which include the routing preferences for copper and PVC drainage and venting. In addition, you get all the piping systems. and all the plumbing fixtures used in the course. So it's definitely worth it. Similarly, you get some floor plan templates. So you have a template for modeling view for plumbing, for mechanical ductwork, mechanical piping, a plumbing plan that combines both drainage and supply. You have a drainage, drainage underground, supply plan, and supply underground.